18. 19. His applying the things mentioned in the Apostles' letter would owe textoi acute miritra longo, Timothy, letters to 1107 faith, in chasteness, and also had to be concerned about continuing to make advancement. 4. 12, 15, 16. 6. 11-14. Background for 2 Timothy. In 64 CE a great fire ravaged Rome, destroying about a fourth of the city. Rumor had it that Caesar Nero was responsible for it. To protect himself, Nero placed the blame upon the Christians. This appears to have prompted a wave of violent governmental persecution. It was likely about this time c. 65 CE that the Apostle Paul was again imprisoned at Rome. Though forsaken by many, suffering in chains, and facing imminent death 2t1. 15, 16. 4. 6-8, the Apostle wrote an encouraging letter to Timothy, one that prepared his younger fellow worker to resist apostate elements inside the congregation and to stand firm in the face of persecution. 2. 3-7, 14-26. 3. 14. 4. 5. By learning about Paul's circumstances, Timothy would have been able to draw encouragement from the Apostle's good example of faithful endurance under great tribulation. 2. 8-13. Fearless in the strength of Jehovah, Paul exhorted Timothy. Stir up like a fire the gift of God which is in you through the laying of my hands upon you. For God gave us not a spirit of cowardice, but that of power and of love and of soundness of mind. Therefore do not become ashamed of the witness about our Lord, neither of me a prisoner for his sake, but take your part in suffering evil for counsel to a Christian elder regarding his responsibilities, written by the Apostle Paul evidently some time after his release from his first imprisonment in Rome. Counsel for Timothy's own spiritual well-being. Wage spiritual warfare, maintaining faith and a good conscience. 1. 18, 19. Your concern should be, not with bodily training, but with godly devotion. Do not let others look down on your youth, but rather be a good example and make advancement. 4. 7b-16. Do not appoint someone hastily to a position, so as to avoid being a sharer in sins of others. 5. 22. Warnings against corrupting influences in the congregation. Command certain ones not to teach different doctrines, nor to pay attention to false stories and genealogies. 1. 3. 4. Certain ones have deviated from love and done hypocritical faith. They want to be teachers of law but lack understanding of its intent. 1. 5-11. In later periods of time there will be a falling away from the faith. 4. 1-5. Counteract wrong influences. Be nourished with words of faith. Reject false stories. 4. 6, 7-8. False teaching breeds envy, strife, abusive speeches, suspicions, violent disputes, and the use of what is godly for selfish gain. 6. 3-5. Flee from bad fruitage resulting from love of money. Fight the fine fight of the faith and resist false doctrine. 6. 11, 12, 20, 21. Qualifications for those appointed to serve as overseers and ministerial servants. Overseers' qualifications include his being irreprehensible, having only one wife, being sound in mind, orderly, hospitable, qualified to teach, self-controlled as to drink and temper, reasonable, not loving money, presiding well over his household, not being a new convert, and having a good reputation outside the congregation. 3. 1-7. Ministerial servants must be serious, not double-tongued, not heavy drinkers, nor greedy of dishonest gain, first tested as to fitness, free from accusation, presiding well over their households. 3. 8-10, 12, 13. Instructions regarding various congregation needs. Prayers should be offered for all sorts of men, including rulers, to the end that Christians may live peaceably with godly devotion. It is God's will that all sorts of men should be saved too. 1-4. There is only one God and one mediator, Jesus Christ, so men offering prayers should lift up loyal hands, apart from wrath and debates. 2. 5-8. Women should dress in a modest, becoming manner, reflecting reverence. O textoi acute miritra longo. 10-11-08. The good news according to the power of God. 2t1. 6-8. Tin. A faintly bluish-white metal that is very malleable. Of the 6 products of the ancient metallurgist's furnace, tin had the lowest melting point of all, only 232 degrees C, 449 degrees F. as 22. 18. 20. The original Hebrew word betil means that which is separated or divided, that is, from precious metals by smelting. It is also translated waste products. Issa 1. 25. There were no tin mines in Palestine. The first reference to tin, soon after the Exodus, includes it among the valuable spoils of war taken from the Midianites. New 31. 2. 22. The Tyrians obtained tin from Tarshish. As 27. 12. Much of the heavy dark oxide of tin called cassiterite came from river sands in Spain and England. Tin, it appears, was used to make plummets, for at Zechariah 4. 10. Which speaks of the plummet. The Masoretic text reads, the stone or, weight, the tin. In Amos 7. 7. 8. The Hebrew word translated plummet may mean tin or lead. Tin's